What's up, YouTube? This is Roman.
And it's your girl B.
And today we are back with another video. And today we're going to try things a little different. Now, a lot of people has been asking us a lot of questions in regards to who we are as a couple, different things about our relationship. So today we just decided to take some of those questions and answer some of the questions that people have been having for so long. So, babe, anything before we get into it?
No, but if you are new, please go ahead and subscribe, like, and comment. And also go check out our other videos that we dropped this past week. And without further ado, we'll go ahead and get into the video. Like Roman has stated before, we will be going over a few questions that a lot of people ask us in our DMs, messages, things of that nature from over the past years, and we really haven't had time to actually sit down and go over them.
Yes.
So we decided to do a quick question and answers, and if you guys would like more information or ask us more questions, feel free to drop them in the comment section and we'll do a part 2. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Alright, so let's get into it. How many questions do we have, first of all, babe?
Looks like we have about 10. I tried to do like 10, try to narrow it down because some of the questions were pretty much the same thing that other people wondered. So we'll go ahead and go to the first one. Who are we and what do we do?
Okay, so the first question is, who are we or what do we do? Which one is it?
Who are we?
Okay, so who are we? Simply, my name is Roman. This is Brittany, my wife. We have been married 7 years. I kind of lost count. How long has it been?
It'll be 7 years.
Oh, it'll be 7 years this year. Okay, so
yeah, it'll be 7
not
years
too far out.
In October.
Okay, so we are from Jackson, Mississippi. I went to a local high school there, and so did she. I went to Provine. She went to Merle High School, and we met our senior year. Who we are, we just people from Mississippi. You know, we met in high school, and we kicked it off ever since then. And we kind of had our life from 2010.
Right. Yeah, so I was 17, he was 18, and we pretty much been tight like glue ever since.
We started off as friends, and things was a lot easier as friends because, I mean, I never had somebody that understand me. Like, I never felt like people understood me. And for the first time in my life, I met Brittany, and through that friendship relationship, I found that understanding that I never had. And I felt great. You know, that's how I grew to like her. Start off as friends first.
Right. Alright, the next question is, well, I guess I'll touch bases. He pretty much said everything that I said. I am Brittany. I attended Merle High School. I danced. I was in a band. Yeah, and pretty much now I'm an entrepreneur, businesswoman. The next question is, what do we do? Okay,
so really simply, we are entrepreneurs. So Brittany here, she's a licensed real estate agent in the state of Texas, and I am an investor. I do sales. So what I am, really, to sum it up, is a salesman. So I sell different products. You know, I do sell some services for other people. Like I'll make a commission just to provide a service for people, and I didn't create the service or I didn't invent the product, but I am a part of different systems that I sell and provide a service. But I'm a salesman. Brittany is a contractor, as a real estate agent, and that's what we do as our foundation. We kind of invest in systems. Like we are slowly building up systematic businesses for ourselves. You know, leverage where we're not able to. We don't have to wake up and do all the work. We can just kind of check reports, kind of have people answering to us and stuff like that. So we want to be rich. We want to be wealthy, but we're starting off with a non-linear approach through sales and service.
Right. But yeah, I am a licensed realtor. I've been a realtor since 2019. So, and I'll make a separate video, you know, kind of discussing my whole process and what all I had to do to kind of get up to this point. Roman is also in the process now of being, he's a pre-licensed agent. So he's studying, he's completed the classes, and due to the coronavirus.
180 hours.
Yeah, due to the coronavirus, he's pretty much at a standstill as far as taking the test and becoming licensed.
And it really slowed everything down, the coronavirus. I'm not able to do anything in regards to me getting licensed. Now, I have finished all 180 hours, so at least I don't have to deal with any courses, but I'm ready to take the state exam, and we'll both be licensed. We started off working together at American Deli in Ridgeland. Is that right?
Yep.
Ridgeland, yeah, because I get Ridgeland mixed with Richardson. But Ridgeland, Mississippi, and we kicked it off as co-workers. Now we'll be co-workers as real estate agents, and it's going to be great.
Business owners, partners, we pretty much do everything together. Like, you'll literally never see one without the other.
Right.
You know, like, we literally do everything together, pretty much make all our decisions together. We on the same accord with everything. But, yeah, that pretty much wraps that part up. So, you want to read the next one, or can you read my handwriting?
Okay. Barely. Okay, so the next question, guys, is how did we balance marriage, parenthood, and work?
Well, how do?
How do we?
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say that we are like 100% arrived at balancing everything. I mean, every day is a challenge. When we first got married, we didn't have kids yet. Our twins came a month after the wedding.
A month and 1 day.
Yeah. So she was literally like swole at the wedding. So we had our kids. So I guess balancing, first it was just us. It was pretty easy before we had our kids. And when we did have our kids, we had to balance to a new life because we was in a 1-bedroom apartment and we had to feed more mouths now. And we had to buy Pampers and milk. So I guess financially we had to adjust. And we also had to adjust energy, like waking up in the middle of the night and stuff like that.
Right.
We had to lose sleep. So we when it first happened, we was only what, 21?
It was 20.
20. No, I was 21.
You were 20.
Was I? Yeah, I was 21. He was 21. I was about to be 22.
Oh, you talking about when I had him?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we were 21 because, and this is the thing too, we're clearing up this rumor as well. Roman proposed to me in 2012. He proposed to me in 2012, October. And we got engaged and all of that. I was not pregnant. I got pregnant in March because the twins were supposed to be actually born in December. However, they were twins. I had to have them a little bit early due to me being small. I was a small frame. So I had to have them in November. So they came in November, and we had already set the date because when he proposed to me in October, he told me that he wanted to get married that next following year around the same time.
But she couldn't keep her hands off me. She got pregnant in the middle of all that.
Yeah, so literally right after me and my mom went and got the dress, and I said I do to the dress, I ended up like a month later, ended up finding out that I was pregnant. Then after that, I found out that I was having twins. So it was really crazy. We had already paid deposits on a lot of things for the wedding. So it was kind of controversy in, are we going to keep the wedding date, or are we going to wait till they come and then get married? But we decided to keep everything going, and we wanted to do something different. I was like, why not? You know, we had came this far. So yeah.
Well, I mean, balancing parenthood and work, to answer the question, guys, it's a challenge every day, and we're still trying to balance everything, but we do improve as time progresses.
Like we more experienced people, so like we try to find out what works best for us, because some things that may work for you may not work for us, and vice versa. So we try to do things that make sense to us, and that's going to not only make us happy, but our kids as well, because that makes us happy. When they're happy, we're happy. Right. So we try to find balance in each one, because now they're at the age where they're pretty much doing their own thing, where the twins are, and then our baby boy, he is pretty much like all over the place, so we really don't know how he may wake up, you know, so it's just like stuff will be all over the place, but we're literally trying to get more organized and balance everything out. And thankfully, we are in real estate, so they can come along with us and, you know, be a part of our journey as we, you know, be in the field and with clients and all that type of stuff. But yeah, it's a challenge. If we can do it, you guys can do it.
Exactly.
Next question. What was it like getting married at 21?
Well, to me, I mean, I was always the type of person that people always told me what I shouldn't be doing, because I always did things ahead of my time. So it was just like one of those things with me. Like when I got married, or first of all, when I proposed, I got crap from a lot of people. Like a lot of guys was like, oh man, you're just 21, you're not going to be able to enjoy your life. When we did get married at 21, different people doubted like what we can accomplish as adults. You know, nobody took us serious because of our age. So what I felt is being underestimated a lot by being married young, as if our love wasn't genuine because we were only 21 or we hadn't experienced that much. So that's all it was. People are misunderstanding our intentions and why we truly want to get married. We were just up against all odds, and people saying, you're not going to be happy, or something's going to happen, or, you know, just things like that, negativity.
Right, and by us getting married at 21, I'm pretty much mature when it comes to situations. Like Roman and I try to get better over the years and months on communicating with each other. So like I understand that, you know, another woman might be beautiful or a guy might be handsome to me, but we're not the type that's, oh my God, you can't say this person is beautiful, or oh, you can't say that this guy is handsome. We both have an understanding on that type of things. Like I'm not strict. Like we never was a clubbing type. We always were homebodies. We were always the type to be under each other a lot, and we understand stuff. Like recently, well, years ago, we went to the strip club together. Like we do things together because it's not like a boundary type of thing. Like we got open communication to each other on everything. So it's not like I'm a nagger or he can't do this or I can't do that. We have an understanding. We're tight. We're best friends. So that's what matters. We know that we want to remain together for the rest of our lives. We're building a legacy. We're building a whole empire here. So we trust each other. We know everything about each other. We communicate.
Comfort is our foundation. We'd rather be comfortable than wake up confused and something to surprise us. Like that's why we able to be honest with ourselves. If it's an attractive female, I can verbally express it, or she can verbally express it, vice versa, and instead of just privately thinking it. I'd rather it be like that than us have a different character, or we different people mentally. You know, you become different people in your own private thoughts, and I'd rather it not be that way.
And we rather have an open mindset with things when it comes to what each other, like being there for each other, like being true best friends first, because that's what we started off, and then marriage. Like we have a union builder, we have our walls builder, we know what we have our businesses, partnerships, and marriage, and our kids, and our lifestyle. Everything is together. We're together no matter what, regardless. Nothing or nobody can come between what we have. Period. So that's how we do that. But it's not a big deal, because we know we want to be with each other for the rest of our lives. Like it's not like a detrimental thing, like oh my God, they got married so young, their life is over, because we plan to make money, we plan to, you know, build this, like I said, legacy up, so that our kids can have things, and we can enjoy that and keep it going, like keep our legacy going. So but yeah, we have fun over here. Like we have a lot of fun. Yeah, we have comfortable fun. Like we are best friends at the end of the day.
Okay guys, the next question was where did we meet? But we already discussed that we met at American Deli in Ridgeland, Mississippi in 2010. We met as co-workers. I was on the grill, she was making the salads and passing out the plates, and we kind of kicked it off from there. So I'll go ahead and go to the next question. What made us get into entrepreneurship? Now I guess I can start with that, guys, because what made me kind of dibble and dabble with entrepreneurship, first of all, when we had our one-bedroom apartment, I needed a full-time job. I had never had a full-time job. All the jobs I had was like a part-time. You know, we worked like 20, 30 hours when we met, 30 hours at the most, maybe 40 hours for a holiday. But I never had a full-time job, so I needed to do that. And when I did work a full-time job at Nissan, it was so overwhelming on me after a year or two that I started trying to figure out what's a better way. And logically, I need to figure out a better way when my wife got pregnant, because I was doing the math. I was making about $400 a week, and we were barely getting by, and it was just two of us. So how could I increase my lifestyle, or how could I enjoy my kids if they was to come and I was to get rid of that $400 the same way with two people? Now it's four people. So I was just like, I just started researching. First I did MLM, and then MLM kind of had its own things about it. So I really wanted to know the way to entrepreneurship, not just a system way or a team way. I wanted to learn the source of entrepreneurship. So Rich Dad Poor Dad book, and it just went from there. And I'll let my wife tell you on her story, because we have two different journeys. For me, it was about when our kids came, and I wanted to leave Nissan, so I became a tax preparer. And we both started the snow biz, but that's how it started with me.
So with me, I got into it because, of course, I got pregnant. I got pregnant when I was working at Kroger. And I didn't know I was pregnant with two kids at the time. I kept saying, oh my God, my back is hurting, my feet is hurting. And then the people that would work with me at the time would say, oh, you know, you act like you never been pregnant before. Well, I hadn't been pregnant before. That was my first pregnancy. And I didn't know why I was like feeling so much pressure. So I went to the doctor for my regular appointment, and they told me that I was having twins. I was just like, oh my God, twins. And then my doctor started saying you may have to, be on bed rest where you don't work. You pretty much have to sit at home. So I was sitting at home, but I didn't really start the entrepreneur journey until literally after I had them. Well, we was doing the snow biz, but I didn't really get all the way into it because I was focusing on the pregnancy to make sure that my boys got here safe and I had a safe delivery and stuff. So I got into entrepreneurship, I think in the end of 2014, 2015, and I came out with my boutique called Beautiful Bee. And I pretty much branded it Beautiful Bee because I felt like that was something personal for me. But I started it, and I had different intentions, as far as how I wanted my business to be. And right now it's on pause, and I do, I am going to start back up soon. I just don't have a date yet with everything that's going on right now, but I am going to dibble back into that and make it a bigger brand than what it is. But I got into entrepreneurship then because I wanted a better lifestyle, and I knew that I wanted to be an available mom. Not a mom that's away from my kids and I'm sending them to daycare or to school, or I'm not missing big milestones and things that are going on in their life. So I decided to get into it, and then I was inspired by him. I used to see him balancing and doing so much at home and outside of home and work, and I was inspired. I was inspired by my husband because I seen everything that he was doing, from working and then getting out of work and then dabbling into the business and researching and doing this and that. So I decided that I wanted to get into it as well. So, but that's my entrepreneur journey, and I will make a separate video explaining on that too, for women who are looking to step out on faith and get into entrepreneurship and go kind of into more details on it on another video. So yeah, if you want to see more videos like that, though, drop it in the comments.
Yeah, let us know.
All right, moving on.
Okay, so when did we move to Texas?
We moved to Texas in 2015, the summer. I think in August.
Yes, August.
Yeah, August of 2015.
Man, it was crazy. That's all I can say.
Yeah, we will touch that'll be our next video as far as why
we moved to Texas. Yeah, and we'll kind of share share a few things we did. We encountered a few problems, why we actually moved, the real reason. People do things for two reasons, a good reason and a real reason.
Yeah.
So
we'll you guys for real reason. So stay tuned for that.
Right. Okay, next question. Could we see ourselves being exclusive to one person? And I guess they were saying before we met, did we want to get married to, did we think we was going to meet one person or want to settle down and be committed to one person? Now me, I can answer that question first. Yes, for sure. I did. For a long time, since I was about maybe 12 or 13, I always saw myself as a husband one day. I knew I wanted a wife. I knew I wanted family, kids, career. I wanted all those things early. So I naturally seek those things, as I got older, 15, 16, 17, 18. I always was optimizing for a marriage, for that one person.
Right. And the same goes with me. My junior year of high school, I actually used to write down in my journal things that I wanted, my manifestation things, affirming things. And I wrote down literally, they looked just like him. Everything that I wrote down literally was him. I wanted a dark skin complexion guy, somebody that's taller than me with waves, a sense of humor, someone who was very smart, intelligent, that knew how to switch it up, who can be my best friend as well as a partner for me and my significant other. So yes, I did see myself being with only one person for the rest of my life.
Okay, man. Talking that noise now, girl, you're gonna be like, get away from me, Roman. No, I'm just playing.
Whatever. Okay, where do we see ourselves in 5 years?
5 years, I'll be by what? 33? I'm 28 now. 33, 2025. Okay, so for starters, guys, very simply, in 5 years, I see us very rich, and that's because I want that. I want to have a big house. I want to have
land.
I want to have revenue through the roof, more money than I ever made yearly. I want to be at that point.
Yeah, definitely very wealthy. A lot of land, businesses, everything. My headquarters for Beautiful Bee.
Yeah.
Everything just running. Everything pretty much operating. 5 years from now, I want to be still in my pajamas at 12:30 in the afternoon, sipping on cocktails, and I have the leverage of people. I have the leverage of people working, for me and giving back to charities and giving back to people from my hometown and doing things that make other people happy and myself happy. So in 5 years, wealth, health and wealth.
Yes. Abundance.
Do we argue?
Do we argue? We argued before this
Hell
video.
yeah.
Nah, just playing.
We argue. We have disagreements a lot.
Yeah, and it'd be like little simple stuff. A lot of times.
It's petty.
Okay, so one thing I learned from arguing with this petty person right here is that a lot of times you're not considering the view of the other side.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I could be so stubborn in my perception that I'm not taking her lens and seeing it. If I was looking at it through her eyes and seeing myself, what is she really fighting for? Like, what is the point she really trying to prove through her verbal expressions? You know, when she be yelling at me and saying you don't get it and all that. What is she really saying I don't get? Am I really not getting something? Because in the past, when I was just mad, I just throw it out the door. Like,
Yeah,
forget.
you used to throw tantrums, guys. Tantrums. Oh my
Whatever.
God.
But I'm getting better with communication.
Yes, he has gotten a lot better. And myself too, because I have to check myself at the door. Like literally, I have to check myself because now that our kids are older, they see stuff and it's certain stuff that I don't want them to see or hear. So I try to check myself. Even when we have a disagreement, we kind of like talk it out now, and we literally just now getting on track with that now. Like literally this year,
Yeah.
out of all we've been together 10 years total, but we're just not getting this communication thing down pat to where we both feel comfortable and we both trying to understand each other from the different perspectives of one another. So I am so grateful.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, it's not that bad. I'm over exaggerating.
Yeah, she's definitely over exaggerating.
And then when we look back when I think back over the arguments, they are so damn petty. Like, they be so
One time,
petty.
guys, we argued over Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew, guys. Mountain Dew.
But yeah, next question. Where do we see?
We already said how do we deal with it.
Okay, so this is actually the last question. So the question is, how do we know we wanted to marry each other?
We kind of said it a little bit though in the other question.
What other question?
When we said,
What was it like getting married 21?
and could we see ourselves being exclusive to one person?
Yeah. Okay, no, this is different, guys, because now I knew I wanted to get married, but it had to be that right person. So like, Brittany, she gave me, it was easy to propose because I thought about everything. I was like, here's a friend, here's a person who loves me, here's a person who's loyal, you know, because a lot of times people fight for loyalty. I didn't have to worry about nothing with Brittany. You know, I worked a full-time job and I didn't have to worry about is somebody gonna come in my apartment and be with my woman when I'm not there. You know, she gave me that blessing to have comfort in knowing, you know, that she's loyal. Things like, you know, understanding me or considering my flaws, all that stuff. It was just perfect for me. I knew that Brittany's not perfect, but she's perfect for me. So that's all that mattered. You know, when I proposed, we was originally supposed to go to Miami. I had everything set up. You know, we were going to be on a helicopter ride. We was going to be in a wine garden. But we never went to Miami. But I didn't let that stop me because what matters to me is that I wanted to be with her for the rest of my life. So we ended up going to the reservoir. She was so difficult. I just wanted to get her to the reservoir. She was like, why don't we just want to go to Walmart and walk around and we just going to be chilling? You know, we did stuff like that back in the day.
Back in the day, we used to just go to the store and just walk around, guys. It was so fun.
Yeah, until she was crazy, but you know, I proposed and everything was still as special as if we went to Miami because you know that's what it was about.
Mm-hmm.
It was about me being in love and us being together for the rest of our lives.
Yeah, and with me, we actually stayed together, and we moved in together at 18. I had turned 18 because we met I was 17, he was 18, but we moved in and got our first apartment and stuff. And like my grandma used to always say, she was like, if a guy really loves you, even when he's mad, he'll always consider you being hungry. So that was a big deal to me. she told the truth on that one. So like when we would have like altercations or like disagreements, he would still ask me, baby, are you hungry? Baby, are you hungry? What you eat today? Even when I'm having an attitude or I'm acting like a little, you know, B word.
Brat.
A brat.
B-word.
Yeah, he would still consider me and my feelings and still ask, you know, if I'm hungry, or he would consider my feelings and all that. So I knew that I wanted to marry him because he was special and he always put me first. Like he always not only thought about himself, but he thought about me too. Like, and that was really big for me. Like we was like I said, we was literally like best friends.
Yeah.
We both seen this from the same eye. We didn't like clubbing and going out a lot. We literally was homebody. We could watch a movie. The simple things was so important to us.
Right.
And it was important to me because I'm not like a crowd person and he's not really either. So that was a big deal to me. And I was like, and then he didn't switch up because most times people get in a relationship and they switch up on you. When you move in together, they switch up on you. But he didn't switch up. He still remained the same. He was loyal. He held it down. He taught me a lot of things. And yeah, we bonded from there. So yeah, we are here.
Yeah. Like I genuinely, even no matter how mad I am, if I love you, I don't want you to be in hunger pains. Like my love means I don't want you to suffer pain. Regardless of what we going through or what occurred, I don't want you hurting and suffering, you know. So I always felt like that made sense. It don't matter if we arguing, we have to eat to survive.
Yep. Well, yeah, this pretty much wraps up the Q&A with the real R&B. And like I said, if you guys have any more suggestions, any more topics you would like for us to discuss, you can DM us. You can reach us on our Instagram page at Real R&B Forever. That's RANDB Forever on IG. So yeah, DM us, get us some questions, and yeah, that wraps up the video.
Together
forever.
Peace.